Have kids so you can get asked questions like, how does Iron Man pee? At 3 a.m. Prayers for my distraught 5-year-old whose pet ice cube just melted in his apple juice. I've never met a better negotiator than a kid who doesn't want to go to sleep. 8 years old, singing quietly to himself. Dancing queen, young and sweet, only 7 teeth. Does knocking the chocolate smudges off of my 4 years old with a water gun count as a bath? Can't talk, my 6 years old is singing a song about a dress with 100 pockets, and I need to hear how it ends. 9 out of 10 toddlers recommend drinking bath water. Our toddler just learned how to snap. I'm sorry, waitstaff everywhere. Having a baby is crazy because how bored you gotta be to create another human being and raise it for 18 years. Who else is in them? I don't like giving my kids too much screen time, but it's the only way I get any sanity. Club? This is the best meal ever, my 6-year-old said, shoveling half a cup of sour cream into her mouth with a corner of a tortilla chip. If you think Lord of the Flies couldn't happen, you've clearly never seen a group of 7-year-olds go after a piñata. Me. Can you stop asking for things? I'm getting sick of having to tell you no. 6 years old. Maybe you should tell me yes then. 5. Mummy, I want to hug you forever. Walks off to kitchen. Me. I thought you wanted to hug me forever. 5. Yeah, now I want cheese. New parenthood achievement unlocked. My daughter just rolled over, put her face really close to my face, and threw up in my hair. I'm not saying she's destined to be a little extra, but my kid thinks the 4th of July fireworks happen because her birthday is tomorrow. You think it'll be different when you're a parent, but I just heard myself say, how many times do I have to tell you? And had a full-on ego death. Someday, God willing, I will attend my children's weddings, refuse to eat what they serve, and demand butter noodles and nuggets. While teaching your teen to drive, just know it's totally normal if you keep having flashbacks of the time they rode their tricycle over their sibling. Going on vacation with kids kinda feels like you paid someone to beat you up and take your money. My teen said I was old and out of touch. I told him to eat my shorts cause that's hella whack home skillet. My child is disappointed to learn that I, a burn surgeon, have never treated someone for a love-related injury. My 10 years old asked if I needed any help folding clothes. I told her to get the towels from the dryer so she can fold them. She never came back. Good for her. Respect. Doctor. Symptoms of the vaccine in young children may include extreme fatigue. Me. Leaning forward, tell me more. 90% of being a parent to young children is wondering if there's a leak in the house, or did the kids just wash their hands? Parenting has taught me so many things I didn't know before. For instance, before I thought 5 to 8 p.m. was a normal time of day, but now I know it is the 7th circle of hell. When I was just outside the room, someone shouted, "Dad's coming," and all my kids scattered. Definitely nothing suspicious going on here. I'm going to bed. My kid asked me to hold her ice cream without eating any, and I was like, I love you kid, but some lessons you have to learn the hard way. My kids forgot who was counting in hide and seek, so they've both been hiding quietly for 5 minutes. I'm not even playing, but I'm clearly the winner here. No one has said anything yet, but it's clear that all of the dads on our family vacation are quietly keeping track of whose cooler keeps ice frozen the longest. One of my favorite things about parenting is when your kid asks a deeply personal question, you really struggle to conquer your demons to answer, and then your kid walks away in the middle of your answer. Kids often make sketchy claims that can be easily laughed off, but once in a while you find yourself doing things like checking to see whether confuzzled is actually a word. 5 told me to come to her hair salon, rearrange my hair, then put the mirror in front of us and said, "Well, I look beautiful, but I haven't been able to help you this time." Then she looked me in the eye and said, "You still have to pay though." 9 years old is yelling at 13 years old for eating most of the Fruit Loops, and 13 years old is yelling at 9 years old for finishing the box. And I'm hiding in the breakfast room eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and hoping they don't notice me because I don't want to share. My 15 years old daughter was complaining about her younger cousin waking her up and said, "You have no idea what it's like to open your eyes and see someone else's face 4 inches away from yours." And I laughed and laughed because karma is real. At dinner tonight we were looking over the menu while talking to a Justin Thomas 34's parents about our child on the way. His dad asked us what we were having. While I said boy, my wife said pasta. She's gonna be an amazing mom. When my 4-year-old asked where babies come from, my toddler immediately responded, mailman. Now I feel like I owe my husband a phone call, and we need to cut back on our online shopping. My 7-year-old wanted to play bedtime, which involved me getting into pajamas and into bed, while she shushed everyone in the house. And sometimes, I really do love playing with my children. 6. Why does Jay have 2 mommies? Me. Some kids have 2 mommies. Some have 2 daddies. Some have a mommy and a daddy. All families look diff. 6. I wish I had 2 mommies, my husband. My daughter made a new best friend, Mike, at summer camp. My best friend's name is also Mike. Last night I told my wife I was meeting Mike out for a beer, and my daughter exclaimed, "My friend Mike?" "Yes, I'm having drinks with a preschooler, then we're getting matching tattoos." What I said, "Please bring your laundry downstairs." What my son heard, "Please drop your laundry from the 2nd floor down into the foyer," as I stand at the front door talking to our neighbor, so a dirty balled up sock can bounce off my head and into her face. I checked my 6-year-old's bag that she packed for our road trip, and I found sage, garlic salt, all of her Descendants dolls, a fake candle, foil, which she referred to as silver, and 3 flashlights. What does she know about this trip that I don't? My friend told me her 2-year-old was loudly singing Baby Shark at the park, and she jokingly said to another mom there, "Hope you like Baby Shark." And the mom said, "We don't listen to children music." If you're wondering what it's like trying to make mom friends in public. Laying on my bed, and my 4-year-old asks to play in my hair. She starts combing it gently. It feels lovely. 8-year-old comes in the room after her bath, and asks me why the 4-year-old has scissors in my hair. Dear reader, my 4-year-old was combing my hair with scissors because she couldn't find a comb. I want to sleep in tomorrow. Your kids, 5:32 a.m. 2 portraits of me by my son, orange in the morning and green in the evening. WTF did I do to him yesterday? Me when my child is explaining the rules of the game she just made up for us to play. Popsicles are their own food group in my house. No one is full of more false hope than a parent bringing a chair to the beach. Summer vacation with my kids is just me asking, "Have you brushed your teeth today?" My kid is having a rock sale at the park because everyone sells lemonade but no one sells rocks. Just returned from vacation with the kids. I'm broke, exhausted, and afraid to weigh myself. Summer learning loss is real. My kids have only been out of school for 6 weeks, and I am definitely dumber. Had a bunch of summer projects lined up, but instead, I'll just continually adjust my kids' swim goggles. Summer is when my kids are home making up for all the barely eaten school lunches I packed the last 10 months. My kids said they wanted to try something new this summer, so I showed them how to vacuum and do laundry. I hate when I've been at home with my kids for 2 months for summer break, and it's actually only been 2 weeks. Summertime is fun because your kids feel the need to tell you what they are doing every 5 seconds. I'm right next to you, dude. School's out, but I didn't tell the kids. Right now, they are waiting for the bus. Should buy me a few hours. Other moms, I hate summer break. Me, I love summer break. I have no laundry to do since my kids never change their clothes. My kids are trying to start a fire in the basement by rubbing Legos together. So if anyone wants to hang out, I'm free for the summer. My kids' favorite summer activity is getting a cup of water, taking 1 sip before dumping it out, and leaving it in the sink for me to wash. By 10 a.m. on the first day of summer break, my son said he was bored. The chore list I am about to make will wrap around the earth 3 times. Me, the kids helped with the grill, they did the sausages. Wife, nice, any burns? Me, just the usual, they called me old and laughed at my shirt. My daughter loves being buried up to her neck in sand at the beach. Her little face lights up when I come back to get her the next day. Took my kids to the beach and tried to release them like I've seen sea turtle parents do, but they just stood there and asked me for snacks. It should be illegal for fall sports to start practicing in July. Love the dedication. but middle school soccer shouldn't start earlier than NFL training camp. I love summer camp because my kids always come home starving, and it doesn't matter what I make for dinner, they'll gobble it up and declare me the best cook ever. Took kids swimming, and there were loads of people there. My 5-year-old squeezed my hand and said, "Daddy, I don't do busy," and I've never related to him more. My wife took the kids on a summer trip to visit her parents until next Tuesday, my kids' first ever trip away from me. The house is so quiet, I kinda don't know what to do with myself. Thought my kids were finally playing well together. Turns out they were just upstairs hammering nails in the wall. And that is the story of why I'm 100% done with summer break. Me. How's summer camp going? My 7 years old. Well, I think our camp leader is trying really hard, but he's a little too nice, which allows the kids to be kinda bad. Follow me for more of my 7 Yo's job performance reviews. My kids are going to enjoy me pulling my cool dad card this summer, as I just bought the Cold Stone Creamery deal from Costco the other day. $100 of gift cards for $69.99. It's going to be an ice cream party with Dad this summer. 10 years old came home from sports camp and raged that the coaches made girls use smaller footballs and called them princesses. So I asked her what she said in protest. 10. Nothing, because they let us go first. Do anyone else's children bring massive pine cones home from their holidays?